Send here now. And my phone is not bunk. It's an iPhone 5, for God's sakes.
Hello everyone, it's time for me to be a jerk. So we got season 4, episode 10 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I forgot what it was freaking name. But anyways, so this one is the one that many acclaim to say, you should definitely watch. Which, this one kind of pokes holes at the Turtles Forever event that happened in 2010. Like, number one, these turtles, the 1980s, the late 1980 Ninja Turtles, why the hell did they call the newest recruits of the Turtle Dimensions? No offense, the new show is awesome, I enjoy it, but I'm like, but dudes, the 2003 ones owe you a solid. Their freaking damn shredder tried to destroy everyone. It's their fault. Well, it's kind of their fault, but still, it was their shredder that wasn't in check. That shredder caused a lot of crap. It was up to the old ones, the 1980s, along with the 2003, to actually take down this bastard. And they did. So technically, you would figure the 2003 ones deserve to get the solid where they call them and say, hey, we're having a little bit of difficulty. I know, it's the newest Ninja Turtle show. That's why they didn't do it. But still, it doesn't make sense if they didn't go for them first. I'd at least like a little mention saying, oh, we tried our friends from another dimension, but they weren't able to do it. And we weren't able to contact them, so it would be cool if they actually did something like that. Number two, you had freaking Raphael and Michelangelo saying, well, since we're in a new dimension, let's go get pizza. It's like, you guys went to a new dimension before, remember? You guys almost got freaking damn killed by the other shredder, remember? You actually went into a freaking damn pizza restaurant in that other world, and it got scared as frick. All the people got scared as frick, so it's like, oh man, you guys are really making sure that Turtles Forever was like it never happened. Which is like, come on guys. Turtles Forever happened. Lots of stuff happened. It was kind of funny too that the original Planet X, the World Prime, Turtle Prime, they actually, I think it was Michelangelo who said, hey, did you notice the buckles that they got initials on it? Those look kind of cool. And Raphael was like, oh yeah, you would say that. Okay, I'm going to continue on, but that's just my little nitpick about this episode. And at least they did what I wanted to. Oh yeah, and this was the third reason why it's messed up. In Turtles Forever, they showed that... Yeah, in Turtles Forever, they showed that when they went to another dimension, they didn't change themselves either. But of course, this is 3D, so maybe different rules. Yeah, but then how come for freaking Turtle Prime, though, they didn't turn black and white either, did they? I don't think they turned black and white. So, that's the real messed up part of making Turtles Forever is like, hey, we take your Turtles Forever and oh yeah, pit you all over it. So it's like, oh, you bastards. But of course, hey, who knows? Maybe because of how they teleported, it might be a new device they used when it came to it, which I think, yes, a different device they used to transport. So maybe that has different side effects. So there you go. That's one thing fixed. But still, we got other things that are not fixed. Anyways, I'm going to finish the episode and talk about it. The rest of it. I had to stop it again, folks. So, Turtle Prime yet again is featured. And yet again, they don't really... I can understand it. I can kind of understand it. They're the new series. They're the new dimension. They don't need to do anything with the 2003. That's okay. I can understand it. But I love 2003's version. But I can understand not including it. I can understand that. But because Turtles Forever happened, you got a freaking continuity issue that you needed to fix. Seriously, you do. I mean, even if you don't have the rights to bring 2003's Ninja Turtles into this, which is okay, you still have to do freaking patrol, because I already mentioned the two things that's wrong. Now, the one thing that even adds to it, which I need to see if they actually say anything, is the Turtle Primes again mention the fact of, oh, we're in peril again. Oh, that happened already, man. That happened like 6 years ago, or that happened like a couple of months ago, you know? They have to freaking do patrol to make sure that Turtles Forever actually works out nicely. So even then, even though this is a new series, luckily, because they included lots of innuendos and stuff, they basically make it known that even Turtle series of the future before after Turtles Forever is still included. But okay, well, I guess when it comes to the Turtle Prime, they didn't actually get to say anything. That's the good news. The bad news is that even though they showed up and they're like, and everything, they were like, hey, we're in trouble again? It's like, one of them should at least be like, oh, so we're in trouble again, aren't we? Well, this happened a couple of months ago. That guy was there with us. And it's like, that's when they could have fixed it. They could have fixed it at that point where Donatello's like, oh yeah, I remember with that crazy hardcore nut job shredder. Yeah. It's like, oh, you could have fixed it right there. What the? Other thing is that they kind of showed that, just like what happened in Turtles Forever, they didn't change. I don't think they changed. But it seems that in this universe, in this version, they don't change either when they go to at least another one. But when it comes to 3D world, they do change. So I guess that's the new concept when it comes to doing that. I'm going to finish it and then I'll make some talkie. Alright, so yeah, I had that stuff to talk about and say how bad it is. Now here's the good part. Number one, even though they looked weird looking going in another one, I think TMNT, the movie, remember that movie? They did it worse. Well, they kind of got me used to it, but I think they did kind of poke fun at the whole doing it that way. But even so, I was okay with it. I was fine with it. Number two, it was Gilbert Gottfried. Oh man, Gilbert Gottfried is great. Oh. And of course, if you've seen the ending, oh frick. You know where he's marooned? Oh frick. And then we got freaking Tiger Claw returning. So yeah, they're spaced everywhere, aren't they? They spaced out now. That is crazy. That's freaking crazy. So the episode, given it screws over Turtles Forever, it does. It really does, and that's kind of a shame. It's like, oh, why? Why? Turtles Forever was like the best masterpiece I've ever seen. I wish I could own it right now, which I bet I could, but it's going to take some time. But still, Turtles Forever is a great freaking... It's good. It's very good. That's all I can tell you. Not only that, but they actually cast voices for them. So technically, if they did want the original four in Turtle Prime to talk, they could have just looked at freaking Turtles Forever and say, who voiced them? Oh, those four? Okay, let's go get them. That's so freaking damn easy, isn't it? Frick. It's so damn easy. But the episode is good. It's a side one, but it's still good, though. It's still good. One thing I do have to note from Turtle Forever in this versus this episode, Turtles Forever, Donatello is the person who learned something from the other Donatello. The 1980s Donatello showed that if nothing works, if your machine doesn't work, whack it with a wrench. And the 2003 Donatello learned that from him. And it was so crazy that when he actually did it and it worked, it's like, oh, he learned something from the past version. This one, the only thing that someone learned was Leonardo and saying freaking turtle power. That's all he learned. That's all he freaking damn learned. The cool part is, I do have to admit, this is the cool part, is that the 1980s and the 2012 one, the newest one, they're kind of brother-sister dimensions, which is kind of crazy. The worst part I do have to admit is, again, this is Turtles Forever, is that they don't mention other universes or other dimensions. And, of course, it would have been cool that Krang from the 1980s could have actually have said, oh, well, no one said anything when Shredder was trying to do it. It's like that would be awesome. That would have been an awesome comeback when he got kicked back into his universe or his dimension. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. So I still say Turtles Forever rules. Sorry, Turtles Forever rules. This episode decent.